Amber's new lawyers said this is only the beginning, like we are just getting started. Before we get into today's video though, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance in hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. I hope everybody's feeling loved and happy, okay? I'm going to be honest with you guys. A couple days ago, I got some really bummy news, and I feel like I've been on the verge of tears like sporadically for the past 3 days. I'll probably talk about it over on my second channel, Casually Christina. If you guys don't know, I have a second channel, Casually Christina. It's always linked down below, along with my Facebook and my Instagram and my Patreon. My Patreon is for 18 and up. Over there we talk about more personal story times. We go live over there, and we also have a $2 tier where all the true crime stuff that can't go onto YouTube, it goes over there, and that's always linked down in the description box if you want to come and check me out. So I know y'all are like, girl, you're in the bed. Well, I'm not in the bed. I'm in my bedroom at night hanging out. I don't know if y'all can hear, but it's thundering, so my girl Jessie is getting a bit nervous. She's starting to crawl up into my lap. But we are here to talk about Amber firing Elaine. Real quick rundown. If you guys are not all caught up with everything that's going on, I have a whole entire Johnny and Amber playlist. You can just find out just about anything we have ever talked about, and it has been a lot. And before we get into this, I just want y'all to know that everything that I talk about in this video is alleged. I don't know these people. I am just giving my opinion and telling y'all very, very, very public information and then filtering it through my own opinion. Please go do your own research, form your own opinion, but don't show hate to anybody. So Amber Heard has fired, allegedly, Elaine. Well, Elaine says she stepped down, but this is the thing. Y'all remember Rottenborn and the other male attorney that she had. Amber still has those two attorneys going into her appeal. Elaine is the only one that has stepped down. So the rumors going around that she fired her. Maybe Elaine just got tired of the mess. I don't know if you guys remember, but during the trial, there were people that were in the courthouse and in the courtroom that were saying that they heard Amber Heard yelling at Elaine, and that there was one time where Elaine had been crying. They saw her face and eyes all red and the tears coming down. And then there was also somebody that was in the courtroom that said that they heard Amber, because there's like these little rooms that they would go into during breaks or lunch breaks or before or after the trial, but this was after a break. They said that they heard Elaine yelling at Amber something to the tune of, if you don't like the way that I'm representing you, you can effing represent yourself, and then walked out the room and slammed the door. And then after that, like a couple days after that, it seemed like Amber would come out and hug Elaine, and it just seemed like all for the camera. It didn't seem like they had a genuine connection. It seemed like they were hugging because they saw Johnny Depp's side being super affectionate, and then they would hug, and then Elaine and Amber would sit separate most of the time. Now, before I get into all these details, I just want to jump in here and tell y'all a couple of my little opinions, and I know some of y'all is going to roll y'all's eyes at me, but I can't help it. I feel a little bad for Elaine, and listen, just a little bit, okay, because she really ticked me off after the verdict when it was the very next day, and she did that media tour where she talked about how they got it wrong, and Amber was crying because she let all victims down, and she lied about the trial, in my opinion, and like that really made me look at Elaine in another way, okay? During the trial, did I think some things that she did was like kind of ding-dongish? Sure. She would probably say the same thing about me in my life. I mean, it just is what it is. Did I think that she was annoying at times and frustrating and all of that stuff? Yes, but I also always was like, she's doing her job, right? But when she did that media tour, that is what made me go, okay, you just may be as grimy and slimy as the next one, because that was unnecessary. And I also wanted to say that Elaine seems to be the one that has gone the hardest for Amber in the public. And for her to step down is so bizarre to me, because it's either Amber let her go or Elaine couldn't deal with Amber anymore. And I tend to think it may be Elaine not being able to deal with Amber. Amber don't keep too many people around her for too long. She goes through friends like it ain't no tomorrow. She goes through relationships like it ain't no tomorrow. I mean, seems like the longest relationship she had was Johnny Depp, and he stayed tore up 90% of their marriage if he wasn't away from her. I mean, no offense. I mean, we all know Amber is stunningly beautiful, but honey, looks ain't everything. When Elaine stepped down, she gave a statement, and in this statement, she said that she pledged her commitment to Amber, like during the trial, like basically saying that even though that she wasn't going to be representing her during the appeal, she pledged her commitment. And so many people think that it was like a spin on words. I mean, really pledged. I think it was too. I think it was intentional. I mean, the fact that Amber Heard said that she pledged the money and she donated the money and that was such a big deal. You cannot tell me that Elaine wasn't given a little dig, right? And I think Amber treated her like poo. Is there anybody that can come forward and say that Amber is genuinely a good person and genuinely did right by them? She had virtually no friends up there taking up for her, except for the ones that were in cahoots with her using Johnny, allegedly. Johnny Depp had friendships for 30, 40, 50 years, right? He had people that had worked for him for 30 years, 20 years, people that stuck around with him, and that really says something. The attorneys that Amber hired are First Amendment attorneys, okay? Now, these are supposed to be some hot shot attorneys, and it seems like the track that Amber for this appeal is going to take is the fact of freedom of speech and the amendment of freedom of speech. But we all know that freedom of speech does not protect lying on another person, okay? It does not protect you making up things and destroying their career and destroying their life and their reputation with lies. You just can't do that. However, these attorneys named David Axelrod and J. Ward Brown, these are Philadelphia attorneys from a law firm there, and they got a reputation, okay? They defended the New York Times against Sarah Palin years ago and was successful. And the statements that they released go, "We welcome the opportunity to represent Ms. Heard in this appeal, as it is a case with important First Amendment implications for every American." Okay, that was a joint statement. First of all, I didn't like the way that sounded. Like, we welcome the opportunity. Basically, like, bring it on. Like, we're about to run it. And that, it makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I have seen different people online say it doesn't matter what they say, it's not gonna be nothing, and hopefully it ain't. But I ain't gonna lie, that statement right there, like, we welcome, like run it, is what it sounds like they're saying. Like, ooh, what do they got? Ben said after the trial was over that there was no smoking gun. There was no big evidence that did not make it into the court or into the evidence. Because, you know, when they released the documents, then we got to see everything that they wanted to bring in that still didn't even make it in the trial. And there's still no big shebang. So that's why it seems like they're going after the First Amendment. And then this is another part of their statement. They said, "We're confident the appellate court will apply the law properly without deference to popularity, reverse the judgment against Ms. Heard, and reaffirm the fundamental principles of freedom of speech." Oh my gosh, no! It makes me a little bit nervous. I know that they're not going to win this, but it still makes me nervous. So basically what they're saying in layman's terms, that the Virginia court got it wrong and they're going to take it to the appellate court that's going to get it right, and the popularity of Johnny Depp ain't going to have nothing to do with this, and they're going to reverse it and Amber's going to be just fine. That's what they're saying. That's what it sounds like to me. Let me know down below if you're hearing something else out of it. Ooh, what do they got up their sleeve? I don't think these hotshot attorneys would take this case on if they didn't feel like they were going to do something. But then again, I thought Amber Heard may have some juicy evidence in order to countersue Johnny Depp for $100 million, and we watched the trial and there was never anything. Now, I just wanted to show you guys some of the tweets that people are tweeting about Amber recently. and they're not nice, okay? Caught in so many lies, lies about lies, contradicting yourself under oath, how lacking in self-awareness or just evil. B, you lost because you are guilty and the things you accused, plus a whole lot more. Grow the heck up. You're gonna need it in jail. Like, whoa. Now, there is part of this caught in some lies, honey, and lies about lies, contradicting yourself under oath, okay? Lacking in self-awareness, it definitely seems like it. I mean, I'm not going to touch on the rest, but let's go on to the next tweet. Honestly, it wasn't Elaine that lost your case. It was you, and I can agree on that wholeheartedly. Like, Amber seems to blame everybody and everything other than herself. And I'm telling you guys right now from personal experience, becoming self-aware is one of the most amazing, it's hard, not gonna lie, it's hard, but becoming self-aware is like one of the biggest gifts you can give yourself, your family, the people around you. But the fact that Amber cannot see that she is the problem. It's Johnny Depp's popularity that's the problem. It's the judge, it's the attorneys, it's her attorney, it's the audience, it's the this and the that and the friends and the randos. It's never just the fact that she is an abuser, and at best, she's toxic. Another one, Rottenborn charged $320 an hour and Elaine charged $700 an hour. Could it be as simple as getting rid of an expensive problem when the better lawyer was charging a lot less? I don't think so. These new attorneys is probably going to be more. And if that is true on the pricing, okay. But I think personally Elaine stepped down. I think Elaine could not deal with her. I think that Amber is very good at manipulating people, maybe even, men. I mean, if some of these other rumors is true, there ain't no telling what she's got on anybody around her. And as much as I don't like the things that Elaine done, I think she tried hard. She definitely tried harder than Rottenborn, in my opinion. I mean, he wasn't on no press tours and doing all this stuff and speaking out for her and da-da-da-da. Elaine knows full and well Amber Heard is lying. She knows, and she's a horrible person. Maybe Elaine's gonna write a book. Oh my gosh, could you imagine if she wrote a book, a tell-all of what the experience was like? She'd retire. She'd never have to step foot in another court again. I would, if it was honest. Now for the last part before we wrap this up, the question that myself and a lot of people want to know is who is paying for these attorneys? These ain't no Cracker Jack box attorneys, okay? These are expensive attorneys and they've got a great reputation and they're allegedly really good and they talking very confidently, okay? Very confidently. Who's paying for them? Who do y'all think is paying for them? That's what I want to know. Let me know down below who you think's paying for them. So, all right, you guys, I hope you guys like this video. I cannot wait to read y'all's comments and see where y'all's head is at and what y'all think. Other than that, thanks for hanging out with me in my room, chilling. I'm going to go finish my dinner, hang out with the boys, and go to bed. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost.